the parents of Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba. After seeing their children labeled and classified as learning disabled, the parents had finally found someone who believed in their children and they weren't about to let go. Some saw learning by school bus and moving from place to place as a mere temporary inconvenience.
In a way, I knew that even though all through the tragedy and tough times that the school have went through, I knew as, sooner or later that it was going to progress, because the average parent like, okay, well, I can't deal with this because these, it's my kids' education. But I seen that it was not going to always be like that. That's for anything. As far as, life in general. It might be hard times, but it's also going to be, a reward at the end. So that's why I didn't bother to take my kids out.
The parents, that's why I keep saying, our parents were wonderful. They didn't complain. They knew what we were doing, and they were supportive of us. And the teachers were supportive. Of course, we grew tired sometimes and weary, but we hung in there.
Let's review quickly all the keywords that we identified in the book on yesterday. Treasure. Give me some words that come to your mind when you think of that word.
In their current location, educators can at least offer the children of Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba modern technology and academics that is much the same as enjoyed by students in traditional schools, but the charter school falls far short in other areas.
With respect, however, to boys in particular, but also girls increasingly, wanting to participate in extracurricular activities of all sorts, not just sports, but sports having a particular attraction, obviously. Yes, that is a downer, if you will, and it's certainly something that mitigates against the students maximizing their holistic development, because it is in fact beneficial to children to be able to engage in well-organized, constructive, and supervised recreational and sports activities. We'd also like to have an arts program where children, because many of our children are very artistic.
We real cool, not we left school, stupid, we learned late, we scratched. We sang, we thin gin, we jazz June, and we die soon.
Even with a seemingly endless mound of paperwork reflected in his eyes, Headmaster Amafika Gayuka has never lost sight of the vision for the Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba Charter School. Gayuka spends most of his time handling the business end of the school, which ranges from making sure the charter is renewed with the school district to fending off nuisance negative press. The most daunting task Gayuka faces daily is fighting for adequate school funding.
Absolutely. And that's an abomination, in fact, because charter schools are public schools. The students who attend our schools are public school students. There's absolutely no sane justification for why a child who is worth perhaps $17,000 per capita when he or she is enrolled in and attending a regular or traditional public school in Palm Beach County should be valued at only about $6,000 should that child's parent decide to enroll them in a charter school.
Unlike mainstream public schools, which have both an operating and capital budget, charter schools are forced to use their operating dollars for both capital and operating expenses. The school district doesn't share revenue generated from ad valorem taxes with charter schools.
The question I keep raising as a board member is, when are they going to see that we're doing a better job with children they say they cannot educate, and they're mainstreaming and they're performing and they're excelling? We're doing that on a shoestring budget. When is someone going to notice and give us the money we need?
To make matters worse, according to Gayuka, borrowing money from lending institutions has been next to impossible because of the way mid-level school district staff handled the renewal of the school's charter, which Gayuka says made the school unattractive to banks.
There's no question about it, but there are people within the staff at the school district of Palm Beach County who have never wanted to see this school in particular succeed. I'm pleased to say, however, that attitude is not shared by the superintendent, who had to make the recommendation that our charter be renewed, and it's certainly not shared by the majority of members of the school board, who had to vote in favor of our renewal.
Just as the school raised the bar and maintained high expectations for students, school officials have likewise raised the bar for themselves. They are determined to build a permanent school home that is state-of-the-art. Educators at the Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba Charter School believe standardized test scores will continue to improve. And some believe the school will rise to a level in prestige in the future that will require a waiting list for admission.
Yes. Oh, yes, we do. And we also have in mind that our school will be duplicated, that this will not be the only Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba Charter School, that there will be several Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba Charter Schools.
I'm thinking beyond this particular school, in this particular building. I would like to see Nguzo Saba schools. I would like for the concept to become the model, the model school, and see other, schools throughout the country go to this particular concept. So I hope to see Nguzo Sabas in Fort Lauderdale, throughout Palm Beach County, in Tallahassee, in Chicago, Atlanta. I'd like to see them all over the country.
If we stay on course as to where we were last year, we should get the A. I really do feel that, and we can get that. Every year we get better and better. So I'm looking for the best. I aim for the highest, and that's what we teach our children also. But I really do believe that. If not, I wouldn't be here.
Educators at Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba say they are determined to carry out those dreams. But for now, they must do whatever it takes to improve the school's current facility. Administrators say they also expect within the next 5 years, their students will be heavily recruited by the top high schools in Palm Beach County.
We're determined that our school and our students will emerge on a competitive basis with the Meyer Jewish Academy insofar as the desirability of the high schools in this county to have our students, our graduates of our 8th grade, attend their respective high schools because of what they will bring to those schools, especially with respect to their GPAs, their academic achievement, and of course their behavior and conduct or their good citizenship.
School officials say even after the day arrives when they can be more selective in choosing who will be admitted to Joseph Littles-Nguzo Saba, children who are failing and who have been labeled learning disabled in mainstream public schools will always be welcomed here.
Yes, because it is that child's parents who has supported us all along. Yes. Because we want to prove, our theory is we believe every child can learn and that every child brings something to us. And so therefore, we would never not take those children.
This is an excellent school. This is an excellent school because the ingredients of a good school are here. We have, first and foremost, a strong cadre of teachers, support staff, and administrators who love the children. They care about the children.
What's the Y stand for? 400.